Hey friends, it's Trisha here, standing in the Freedom Hill dining room, looking into the kitchen. I want to give you a more thorough, detailed before video of our kitchen. This weekend, we are starting a major renovation. We had to get an engineer to sign off on a few things and then apply for a permit. We had to order a beam, and now all that is done. The beam should be in before the weekend, and we're going to get started transforming this space. Now, right now, you're looking at our dining room table. This is a very large trestle table. It has 3 leaves. Right now, we just have 1 in it, but it accommodates all our kids. We have a very large family. We have 8 children. And now we have in-laws and we have grandkids. And so this table has been through it. Look at the wear. And I also kind of use this right now as my home office, and I work from home as a freelance writer and editor. So my computer generally sits there because I like to be kind of around for all the action going on here. And then we just throw our coats here right now because we don't have a good place. I have bought hooks for a coat rack, and I got to get that Canadian guy to put those up, but he's been pretty busy. So I want to give you an overview of what we plan to do. We are replacing the floor. Right now it's a tile floor. Some of the tiles are cracked. I don't know if you can see that. Many tiles are cracked. Some of the tiles are very loose. You can just pick them up. And there are basically 4 different colors of tiles. Over here in the entryway, you can see that better. And it's like they may have just replaced 1 or 2 tiles, but they couldn't find the right color. So we have all these tiles. This is all going to be gone. And we're going to put a laminate floor that looks a lot like the living room floor, which you see there. This is hardwood, but we're going to replace this with laminate. So let's just go through and look. There's a kitty cat under the table where Jenny likes to sit near me when I'm working. So as we come into the dining room, obviously this is our space. This light fixture will be replaced. Those cupboards on that wall are temporary because that is going to become a peninsula. This wall here, this wall is coming down. My husband already opened up part of it because he had to get information for the engineer and make the proper drawings. I don't know if you can see it, but he did draw a line on the ceiling where he's going to cut, because we have to put a beam as a support because this is a load-bearing wall. He will be replacing some electrical, moving that, and on this side of the wall there's also the landline main phone. And this is one of the few places, there's only one other place in the house that has a phone jack, and that does not work. So this is the only phone jack, and he will be relocating that and these switches. As you can see, I have a freestanding shelf over there. That will probably just remain there for now because it's not going to be in the way at all. On this side of the dining room, we have a pantry and we have more open shelving. All this is going away. Let me show you the pantry, which is a mess. This is being demolished. This entire wall on this side will be 4 very large pantry cupboards, I think they're called, with 1 open shelf in the middle. So I have to empty this out this week. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, all my wall decor has to come down. Part of this wall was redone, but we didn't finish it because we knew we were demolishing more of the kitchen. Okay, so once this wall comes down, then, and that's the door to the garage, This cupboard, part of it will become part of the peninsula, But this upper cupboard that's just sitting there right now is actually going to go over here because the refrigerator is too wide for its space. So we have to move, let me show you. The refrigerator sticks out by 6 inches. So we want to shove that so that it is flat with this wall. So in order to do that, we have to move cupboard and replace one of these wide uppers with a more narrow and take out this little bottom cupboard here. Will be completely taken out. All the countertops will be replaced and we are going to purchase a backsplash. The sink will be replaced with a farmhouse sink, which means that we have to replace the base cabinet for that. The stove will be moved out and turned to a 90-degree angle. So we will put a corner cupboard in this space and relocate the stove and the microwave. So I need to empty that cupboard up there. All these cupboards will be painted white. We are going with a white kitchen, and we will also be purchasing some knobs and handles for these cupboards because they didn't come with any. So all that will be done. The stove will be over there, and then we'll have more counter space and a cupboard that goes over to the door. And yeah, above the stove, we'll be putting in a pot filler faucet, which I'm really excited about, and major upgrades to this kitchen. So we're doing all the work ourselves. My husband is handyman extraordinaire. He used to be a licensed contractor, and besides being a full-time pastor at the time, it's expensive to raise 8 children. So he did a lot more than just pastoring churches. And so did I. I've always worked from home. Well, probably for the last 22 years, I've worked from home, either in marketing, sales, or writing. I've been writing for publication for almost 30 years. Actually, for 30 years. I think my first article was published 30 years ago. So we have always done a lot, not just main jobs, but what I call and what's called nowadays side hustles. So anyway, that gives us lots of experience to do this sort of thing in our own kitchen. This little temporary island that I'm using right now will be gone. So I'll either sell that online or relocate it. I'm not sure where that will be because by the time we move the stove and everything, I just felt it would be too crowded to keep this in here. Everything in this kitchen is very temporary, including that wall. So there's a look at what we're doing in a nutshell, and I will be updating you along the way. So come along and see our major kitchen renovation. I can't wait to show you what it looks like. Thanks for watching.